Hello guys, what's going on? In today's video I want to talk about an article that I read in The Guardian yesterday in which EA Chief Executive Andrew Wilson says, "We never want to be voted the worst US company again." EA has a long history of being voted the worst company by the consumerist blog. They managed to get it 2 years in a row, 2012 and 2013, beating banks as well as corporate tobacco and weapon manufacturers. So we all know that EA publishes a lot of games that we really love, like FIFA, Battlefield, Need for Speed, Mass Effect, Dead Space, Mirror's Edge, just to name a few. But where is it coming from that everyone hates EA so much and that they actually stir up so much anger that they get voted the worst US company twice in a row? And I have a feeling it's gonna happen again. There are a few obvious things, like they screwed up the SimCity launch with their always on DRM. They delivered Battlefield 4 as an unfinished game, and even they didn't finish it yet. Now they are working on Battlefield Hardline and they want to make that really good, despite Battlefield 4 still being not finished. So that stirs up a lot of anger. They published Dungeon Keeper, the smartphone game, which was an embarrassment because there are so many hardcore Dungeon Keeper fans out there. And then they released this really shitty game that is just flooded with in-app purchases, and it made so many people really angry. And I don't even want to talk about Origin. Origin in itself is just a crime, in my opinion. So what's wrong with this company? Why would they do these kind of things? I think personally they are a very, very marketing and money-oriented corporation that has nearly no self-awareness when it comes to their own evilness. What I mean by that is they just think they can solve everything with marketing and communications, right? They can screw up majorly and then they just release a letter that apologizes and said, yeah, mistakes were made in the past, as we've seen it in 2013 with Peter Moore. I'm going to get into that a bit later, but that's just the wrong thinking. So in that interview with The Guardian, Andrew Wilson said, on hopefully not being voted the worst US company in the future again, he said the following: "I wanted us to be the player first, to think about who the player is and what they want. For a long time, the games were the most important thing we had, but then in some ways we got thinking about EA itself, about how to make it a good company. I say, okay, the players need to be the lens through which we see the world and the filter through which we make decisions. And if we do that, in the end, everyone wins." That's what he said. And that's kind of his take on how he can improve the reputation of EA. And I personally don't think that is enough. I mean, if you look at the list of stuff that these guys screwed up in the past, there were some really major screw-ups there, you know? So I think if you make such bold mistakes in the past, you also need to make really big and bold steps to kind of make up for it. Their take on, and it kind of feeds out of what Andrew Wilson just said in this quote that I read, is kind of that we just take more time to make our games right now. We took the feedback from Battlefield Hardline and we now take more time to incorporate it into the game and make it better. We're not going to release another Need for Speed title this year simply because we want to make sure the one that we release is special. Guys, that is not enough. You need to make a bold statement that shows, look, we really, really care about the gamers. And let me give you an example what something like this could be. Everyone hates Origin, there's no discussion about it, so shut down Origin. Put all your games on Steam. And if you don't want to do that, I can see the guys at EA laughing about this. They're like, oh, that's impossible. We just gather so much information with Origin, we put so much work and money into it. Right, then do both, right? Because in 2013, Peter Moore, EA COO, said the following: "Some say there's no room for Origin as a competitor to Steam. 45 million registered users proving them wrong." Guys, people register with Origin because they have no choice. You want to play FIFA, you want to play Titanfall, you want to play Battlefield, you have to register with Origin. And if you're so confident about your platform Origin, then open both, right? You open Origin and put all your games on Steam as well, and then you're gonna see how many people actually register with Origin. And I think it's nearly nobody. People are forced to register with that platform, and that's why they do it. And it's not that people love the platform and that 45 million registered users really love Origin. That's just, I mean, that shows again how wrong their perception is of their own work. It's just ridiculous. So coming to a conclusion here, guys, is EA truly the worst company in the United States? Probably not. But the vote on the consumerist bloc every year is a sign of how they are perceived. It's an expression of how people think about them, and they keep making really bad decisions for the people who play their games. And I have a feeling they are not truly willing to make a change to that. So guys, let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts on this are. Do you agree or disagree? What are your thoughts on Origin? Do you actually like the platform and by now you think it's not that bad? Or do you hate it with all your heart, kind of like I do? Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. That would be appreciated. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.